If I could ask Jack and Amy to use their tree house, I would ask them if we could go to a island of pretty birds. So I am going to talk about a book of me, Amy, and Jack. So I was walking around the forest and then I saw Jack and Amy. I said, "Hey." Next, they turned around and looked at me. Amy said hi. Jack whispered, "Don't talk to her. She is a stranger." Amy whispered back, "But she can be nice and help us." Jack said, "Fine." Then Jack said hi too. Amy and Jack said, "Do you want to see our tree house?" And I said, "Sure." I said, "My name is Kayla." They both said our names are Amy and Jack. I said, "Let's go." They said, "Okay." They all ran to the tree house. Jack and Amy said, "Where do you want to go?" I said, "Let's go to a birdland." They said, "Okay." We said, "I wish I could go there." And then the tree house started spinning and spinning. Then it stopped. When we went outside, there was a bunch of birds. I said, "Whoa, we made it." We all said, "Yay." While we are walking, we all spot a ice cream truck and said, "Ooh, I want ice cream," said Amy. "Me too," said Jack, and I said nothing. Jack and Amy said, "What is wrong?" I said, "Nothing is wrong. I just don't think we should touch the ice cream." "Why?" asked Amy. "Because it could be poison." I said, "Well, I mean, that could be true," said Jack. Amy said, "But it looks so good." So good. We know that it looks super good. I said, "But we can't touch it because it is poison." Oh, I wanted ice cream so bad, though. We know we also want ice cream too. "Whoa," said Amy. "Look at that rainbow bird." "Yeah, that bird is amazing," Jack said. I said, "Have you guys heard of Morgan Le Fay?" "No," they said. "Well, let me talk about her with you, okay?" "Okay." I pulled the book out of Birdland. It said, "Be careful what bird you hurt, because one of them is Morgan Le Fay. But there is a bunch of bad birds there. But if you be careful and watch out what birds you play with, you are fine. How about we go back to Port Orange, Florida?"
I'm Joshua and Lily. We have to watch out for a poisonous snake. An eagle can let us ride on it so we won't get hurt by the poisonous snake. The poisonous snake can hurt us really bad. That's why we have to watch out for the poisonous snake. It will all happen in Port Orange, Florida forest. Me and Lily will find a magic tree house that me and Lily can only see. When we look inside, Morgan will be inside the tree house. And the tree house and the treehouse will take me and Lily deep, deep in the forest. It will be so fun, said Lily. We will learn a lot. We will explore. The magic treehouse can take me and Lily anywhere we want. It will take us to the forest. They were in the woods in their backyard, then a treehouse in their backyard. Then the wind was spinning, and then a treehouse appeared in a tree. Me and Lily came running to Morgan and said, There's a huge bear chasing us. We need your help." Then while we were exploring the forest, we will find a lot of poisonous snakes. The eagle will hurt the snakes, and so they lived happily ever after.
I want to go to Australia, Quinn said to his brother Brayden. I would love that, said Brayden. I would really, really, really like to see the koala bears. Then Brayden said, no, I would really, really, really like to see the kangaroos. Two kids came running towards us. It was Jack and Annie. The koala bears and the kangaroos are in trouble. We have to take you in our treehouse to get to Australia. Then we went to find the koala bears and the kangaroos, and they were in cages, and we looked around. We found a key hidden in the dirt, and we unlocked the cages, and then we went home and played with Jack and Annie.
One day, me and my sister Jojo were walking to the beach when all of a sudden the wind started to blow and a palm tree on the beach suddenly had a big treehouse on it. I asked Jojo, how did that treehouse get there? She said, I don't know. Then Jack and Annie popped their heads out and they asked me and my sister Jojo, where are we? They said, we said you were at the beach. They said, cool. I said, Jojo, can we go there? Jojo said, yes, that would be cool. Jack and Annie, they said, we need your help. I said, Jojo, can we help them? Jojo said, yes. Come on. A whale is in trouble. We need your help to save it, said Jack and Annie. One day I put on a photo with my sister named Avery and Kyle. We were walking down the sidewalk, and we saw the tree house. Jack and Annie said, do you want to check it out? Yes, it had lots of books. And Jack and Annie said, if you take a picture, it will take you there. Cool. Jack and Annie found a new book, a Hawaii book, said Annie. We all pointed at the picture and wished to go there. Wow, said my sister. Is this Hawaii? Said Bella. Yes, said Annie. We are in Hawaii. And in the water we saw a big narwhal, which was very nice. We all saw the narwhal. Then two ghost crabs pinched Jack and Annie's clothes and dragged them to the bottom of the sea. Morgan Le Fay whispered to me and my sister, Jack and Annie need your help. So we had to save them, and we saved them. So we ran to the treehouse. Kaya found the poem book. We all touched the picture and wished to go there. And we were at Port Orange, Florida we wish we could see the narwhal again. We heard a sound. It was the narwhal. It turned into Morgan Le Fay.
Me and my sister Layla were walking in the woods. All of a sudden, it started to get really windy. When we looked up into a tree, we saw a tree house. We saw a pretty old woman in it. Her name was Morgan. She said Jack and Annie were kidnapped by hyenas. Jack and Annie led me and my sister in the treehouse. The hyenas were chasing the gazelles, so then the hyenas saw us, so we ran. The gazelles were saved by Jack and Annie and me and my sister. The hyenas were chased off by all of us. They saw one huge hyena. The hyena started to chase us. Then they found a group of lions. The lions helped us get to the treehouse. Then the leader chased off the hyena leader, and then we were saved.
One day, Jack and Annie met two friends named Bella and Bella's older sister, Jay. One day, Morgan sent Jack and Annie to Bella and Jay. When they were at their home, Jack and Annie told Bella and Jay that some Pokemon are in trouble. Jack and Annie know that Bella and Jay love Pokemon, so Jack and Annie let them in their magic treehouse. They went into the treehouse. Instead of books, there was a video game. They wished that they were there. The video game said, press play to get in the video game. So they pressed the button. They flied into the video game. When they were there, they saw beautiful berry trees. The air smelled very good. I just love this place, said Bella. Me too, said Jay. So where's the Pokemon? Asked Bella. Wait, said Jay. I think I see something behind that tree. What? Said Bella. I need to check that out, said Bella. I see a Pokemon. Do, said Jay. Check it out. It's a Chikorita, said Bella. I love Chikoritas. Me too. Before Jay saw it, it ran away. Where did it? Okay, where did it go? Asked Jay. Bella said, it ran away. I don't know why. I know why it ran away, said Bella. It's because I saw an evil person that was trying to capture Pokemon. Oh no, said Jay. If there was no Pokemon, no one could see beautiful Pokemon. That will be awful, said Bella. We got to save them, said Jay. I just need to go to the Pokemon store and buy some Pokeballs. So they went to the store. Now, where is that Chikorita, said Bella. There, said Jay. Go on, little sister. It's your turn. Got it, said Bella. Just got to put it in my belt. Okay. Okay. Now, we just got to fight the person. Yes, said Jay. So they went in their lair, in the lair. They got out the Chikorita, and the Chikorita broke the cages. Sneaky. They were free, and they beat the bad guy. Yay, they both said. Let's go home now, said Jay. Yeah, said Bella. So they got into the treehouse and pressed exit, and they flew out. They got out of the treehouse, and they lived happily ever after.
One day, me and my sister was playing outside, and this treehouse appeared. We went in it. We found a North Pole book. We wished that we were there. The treehouse started to spin. There was a white bird, so we followed it, and it led us to some warm soup. We ate some of it, and we kept following it to Santa's workshop. Santa was captured. Let him go, said Hunter and Gabby. Oh yeah, help then? Some elves came with some guns. They were shooting me. Yay, said Hunter and Gabby. We saved Santa. He got us safe to the tree house. We went to the Port Orange book. We wished that we were home. The treehouse turned soon, and we were back home.
One day in Port Orange, Florida, a kid named Tyler found a treehouse, and he was with his friend. His friend was named Reese. They climbed up the rope ladder, and they seen a lady with white hair. She said, Annie and Jack were captured by polar bears. The polar bears have babies, and they thought Jack and Annie were like a big blanket. So Tyler and Reese wished to go there. So the treehouse started to spin, and Tyler looked out the treehouse. They saw polar bears and penguins. They saw full jackets. Then Tyler and Reese started to go out towards the boulders. They saw a igloo and started going towards it. And it was guarded by polar bears. The polar bears left. Tyler and Reese saw Jack and Annie. Jack and Annie had frostbite. Tyler and Reese picked up Jack and Annie, and when they got to the treehouse, Jack and Annie felt warmer. Then they wished to go back to Port Orange, Florida. Jack and Annie said thank you, and Tyler and Reese went back home.
Beautiful, John.
We were outside playing. Then we saw Jack and Annie. We asked them if we could ride in the magic tree house. They said yes, so I wish we could go to Mars. So we got spacesuits. And I wish we could go to Mars. We saw lots of aliens. We were hungry, so we went to the alien store. The aliens saw us and arrested us. So Maureen sent Jack and Annie to save us. So boom, Jack and Annie were here. They got the key and saved us. Me and my brother went to take the stuff back down to Earth. Aliens saw us again. We ran down a hallway. I fell and the aliens got me. My brother grabbed the weapon and hit the aliens with it. So me and my brother kept running. I slipped on a red button and a cage slammed on us. We were stuck. Morgan sent Jack and Annie to save us again. And Jack and Annie were here. Then they pressed another button. The cage opened. There was a ladder, so we climbed up it. We could see the whole village. We sneaked out the roof. We ran behind the wall. We saw the treehouse. We got in the treehouse. We saw our house in a book. So we wished we could go home, and boom, we were home.
Jack and Annie gave me permission after we met. Then I said I wanted to read a book of mountains. Then Jack and Annie disappeared. The treehouse started to spin and spin. Then the TV said Morgan Le Fay is in trouble. So we went to the mountains. Then I looked out the window and said, we're on a mountain. Then I said, Morgan Le Fay is in trouble. We have to rescue her. And then I saw that the moose captured Morgan Le Fay. Then I said, I had a plan. My plan was to tell the moose I know where the moose babies are. Then Morgan Le Fay said, do you want to go home? and I said yes. Then I was home. I would go out in the rainforest with my cousin, and we went out in the rainforest and found a weird tree house, and my cousin went up there and saw a bunch of books, and it was weird, and we met Jack and Annie, and we didn't know how two people got in the rainforest. We went down the treehouse, and we couldn't find our way back, and it started to rain and get really bad. And we tried to get out of there, but it was dark and wet, and the trees were really big, and one tree was shaking and fell right by us, and it was really scary, but we kept on moving, and almost fell in a weird hole, but we managed to get out of there, and scary things keep happening to us. And then Jack and Annie disappeared, and we had to sleep under a weird tree, and we had no way back home. And we woke up, and Jack and Annie were back, but we didn't see how they appeared because the more help, the more we can get done. So, us and the problem was that it was dark and always so wet. So we kept on going because the trees were really big, and the trees were so big, and we always was then we saw our tree house, and we completed the climbed up the ladder, and we opened the Port Orange book and wished we were home. This is a story about Adelina and Gia go to the South Pole. Adelina and Gia sit on Adelina's bed, staring out her window. They saw the sun streaming in her room. The sun was so bright. The next day, someone knocked on the door. It was a note. They went to the park. Something was in the sky. It was a tree house. So Gia said we should read the note in the tree house, said Gia. They saw a lot of books. Gia picked the book of the South Pole. Adelina read the page. The treehouse was magical, Gia said. The note said, Adelina and Gia, Jack and Annie need help, but who mailed it to us? said Adelina, but on the back of the note said they were in the South Pole. Adelina said it is very cold there, but on the bottom of the note said they were kidnapped by 3 polar bears. When they got to the South Pole, there was a polar bear standing out the doorway. The polar bear showed Gia and Adelina where they trapped Jack and Annie. Jack and Annie said, watch out there, the polar bears are going to put you in the cage. But Gia said, hey, you come get me. So Gia said because Gia did not get grabbed. So she ran, so the polar bears ran after Gia. Adelina said, go, Gia, go. Then Adelina got the key. She said, Jack and Annie, I got the key, she whispered. So she opened the cage and got them out of the cage, and they said, Gia, come back. I got Jack and Annie back. So Adelina said Adelina. So Gia ran back to the treehouse. Then the polar bears were running to the treehouse. So Jack and Annie said, let's go back to Port Orange, Florida. Then they got back to Port Orange, Florida.
Me and Riley were in our room. Then we saw Morgan out the window. She asked us if we want to go in the treehouse. We said yes, it will be fun. We went to the treehouse. It was filled with lots of books. Morgan said, pick a book. Me and Riley picked a book about Alaska. Morgan said, good choice. Wait, what's happening? The treehouse is spinning and shaking. I fell down, then it stopped. Riley said, where are we? I looked out the window. It was snowing. Morgan said, take these jackets. I have one too, said Morgan. We went outside. It's Alaska, I said. A bear, it's a bad one, I said. Let's avoid it. Riley said bears can be dangerous. So watch out, Morgan said. Riley said, let's explore. Okay, let's do it. We saw no grass. We saw lots of snow. But we all said, it's cold out here, Avery said. Oh no, said Avery, what is it? Riley said a bear. Morgan said, I think I forgot to tell you something, but Jack and Annie are missing. Riley said Jack and Annie might be an animal. Oh no, Morgan said. Morgan said, I think there needs to be a moonstone. The bear might be Jack and Annie. Let's find the bear. There it is. Let's give the bear the moonstone. Then we saw Jack and Annie. Riley said,
I want to go home. Then poof, we were home.
3.
I met Jack and Annie on one of their trips, and they left with me and went to another place. I choose the ocean, and then we stopped at the beach. Then we took a boat to another island. Once we got on the island. We looked the ocean. Looked at the ocean. There was dolphins. Me, Jack, and Annie, and my brother Caleb decided to swim with them for a short time, and came back on the island. And all of us find treasure. It was shiny stuff. We watched the sunset, and we got a tent to sleep in. And then in the morning, Jack and Annie went swimming. Then they almost got eaten by sharks. Me and my brother saved them. We did fun island stuff. Then we told stories. We collected gem and the sea. And we all did lots of fun stuff. We made a school so we can learn. And we did so much arts and crafts so we can have fun. Then when we went underwater, we saw a magical dolphin. It turned into Morgan Le Fay, and she helped us with our problems. Then we went shell hunting again. We found a shell. Then we put a rock and put it on a rock. And then we went swimming. And then we found it goes with a magic shell that we found earlier. Then we all went swimming again. Then we saw nothing. Then we went back on land, and then we saw okay. We gave the necklace. That necklace. We made a I turned in the water, and the other. But in the middle of the race, I'm winning, and I won because we went back on land, and then I jumped into the water by myself, and my brother Caleb joined me, and then I sat in the water while Caleb was swimming. And when we will go back on land until sunset. And then we will use the same tent as the day before. We tell stories again. Then we will come back on land on sunset. Then we got on a many tents and we got to sleep fast. And when we all woke up, we climbed a tree. Now then, I went back on land then, and Caleb teach me how to climb trees because I'm not really much of a climber at trees. And then we got together to make coconuts to make drinks. We put milk inside, and then we had a picnic on land. We got our favorite food and drinks. Then we saw the magic tree house. I never saw it for days. Then we all climbed inside. I found the same book. I read it. Then we all climbed out at the same time. Then it broke. Then it got together and got back together fast because it was magic. Then we took a boat to explore other islands. Then we got back on land and on the same island. I went in the water. Jack and Annie built a sand castle, and Caleb climbed a top of a tree, and I found a clamshell. I observed it, and Caleb found monsters, and all of us tried to fight, and then we won because of Morgan Le Fay. The monsters melted, but they said they are good. Then we all played ball. My side won. We played 10 rounds. We had a tie. And then we found a parrot, but it was not a pirate parrot. But and then it flew away. But then Jack and Annie jumped in the water. Then they got captured, and then they got on land. And me and Caleb made a plan to save them because they got captured by sharks. To save them, the plan was to Caleb distract the sharks, and then I saved Jack and Annie. Then we got home to Port Orange.